See, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Yeah. It's gonna make me.
Yeah, turn it around the other side of your chair though. Put it on the back.
Okay. All right, Boot, let's go already. You ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to MJ Said It. I am here with a very, very, very special guest, Mr. Walt Patton himself. How you feeling tonight?
I'm good. Do I talk to this? Yeah, all right, I'm ready. No, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. So I'm happy that you're here. I'm kind of nervous. I got like a celebrity in the room right now. Like, ooh, this is crazy. But I just want to ask you a few questions, just to pick your brain a little bit. You ready?
Before you start, I just want to say I'm proud of you because I remember we was shooting a movie and it was called Pretty Face Ugly Soul. And you did your thing in that, so you gotta be nervous. You'll be in the building. I'm making sure to make it easy on you.
And I still watch that video to this day.
It's dope.
Mm-hmm.
It's dope. You my sister. She in the feds.
For real?
Yeah, a lot of shit happened with my sister. Who you played on the video with, but yeah.
That's crazy.
I ain't got you in. We got to scoot it over a little bit. You got.
Oh. I'm sorry.
You can adjust it. You can probably adjust it for you.
Okay.
We want to make this more organic.
Y'all know on MJ Said It, even though I've tried to have everything structured, we still gonna freestyle.
No, I'm ready.
So, my first question to you is, what made you want to become an activist in the community here in Cleveland?
So, since we close, I ain't gonna go hard on you on this one. So I get called an activist a lot, but like, I don't consider myself an activist no more. When I first started, I was marching, I was holding up signs, I was going everywhere. But then I'm like, that shit ain't working. And it was like, we've been marching for a long time, like with Martin Luther King, like we've been marching for a while. So I started creating initiatives and solutions to, combat the shit we was going through. So that's when you see something like, I know we're gonna talk about it a little later, but you see shit like Create Art Not Violence and Ghetto Therapy because I wanted to, actually stop it and not just march. So I consider myself to be a community specialist versus an activist, only because I'm creating shit that's special to stop it.
Okay, that's what's up. So on this show before, I do have a previous episode where we were talking about mental health, and I know you're very big on that. So my next question to you is, do you think trauma and mental health goes hand in hand, and why so?
Yeah, I mean, it's really the same thing. When you think of mental health issues, it's caused from trauma. So a lot of the times when motherfuckers going through shit, like they having problems at home or they having problems at in the environment, it's strictly from trauma. Like it's people that's been in the households that's domestic violence, child molestation, and all types of stuff inside of these cribs, right? But then they bring it outside into the environment and they think people can actually see what they're going through. So that's trauma, and mental health is the same thing actually, because people go through trauma and it causes mental health issues.
I totally agree with you on that because I went through some things in my life that kind of altered my brain. So I can agree with you on that. My next question to you is, what is ghetto therapy and what impact does it have in the Black community here?
So Ghetto Therapy is the first and only free and open to the public therapy service in America, as far as I know, probably in the world, where we utilize all forms of therapy from Reiki to focus on your body chakras like the root chakra, the throat chakra, the heart chakra.
That's dope.
Then we do sound therapy. We focus on sounds in therapy. We do meditation, yoga, art, massage therapy, and mental health counseling. So we offer about 5 to 6 different therapy services inside of this one therapy service. And I got a partnership with Cleveland Clinic. I got a partnership with Environmental Health Watch. I got a partnership with Tri-C, a partnership with our CDC, Burton Bell and Carr. Our CDC is our Community Corporation Development Center. You know what I'm saying? And then I got, what else? Yeah, just all those different partnerships. And yeah, we get about 30 to 40 residents every week receiving these free therapy services. I got a partnership with 5 licensed therapists. So yeah,
that's what's up. I'm telling you, see? Like I said, we have a celebrity in the building, y'all. He's doing his thing out here in the community. And also tap in with ghetto therapy. I want to go to one myself too. I'm trying to find the time. But the time don't find me. I know.
Busy.
So my next question for you is, what does red line means in the community and how is it affecting us?
Okay, so redlining is if you look on a map, I don't know about maps today, but back then when you looked on a map, red line just indicated communities of poverty. So if you seen a red line on the map when you was traveling, that means don't go to that environment because it was communities of poverty. Now, how it was created was in 1933. The president at the time was Franklin D. Roosevelt, and he created a legislation called the Public Works Administration. And what the Public Works Administration did was take away business and home loans from banks from the black community and give them to the white community. Because in the 1930s, the African Americans and the white Americans stayed in the same community. But once the PWA was passed, that legislation was passed, the white Americans was able to get business and home loans from banks. So they moved up to Parma, Seoul, and North Olmsted. Meanwhile, we stayed in the projects, St. Clair, Harvard, and all the same different spaces. So like, it was strategically, we were strategically put in poverty by the government itself and by Franklin D. Roosevelt from creating this legislation. So redlining is just communities of poverty, and that's what the Public Works Administration did, was keep us in poverty, black folks in general, because we weren't able to get those same business and home loans as the white folks.
So it's basically like a different type of discrimination. It's not like a racial discrimination, more of a economic discrimination.
And racial, because if you black, you couldn't get it. So
you're right.
It's strictly for white folks. Like, your skin color disqualifies you from getting a business and a home loan from a bank.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
And it's still to this day, because you ask how does it still impact to this day. So when I'm living down the way my entire life, we don't have a grocery store for the last 4 years. They recently shut down majority of our hospital. They closed down one of our high schools. We got 8 prisons surrounding one high school. So if you think about it, if you got 8 prisons surrounding one high school, it's more so of incarceration, more so than education, right?
Yeah.
And then if you got a grocery store that's closed down and you surrounded by liquor stores and fast food restaurants, I mean, we know the spill. That's diabetes and hypertension and kidney failure and all this shit. I had 3 friends in 2020 die from all 3 I just named. And it's due to the way we eat. You know what I'm saying? And then with that stressful environment and poor eating habits, it caused infant mortality. And in 2018, we had a 22% rate of babies dying before the age of 1 down the way. So that's what redlining is. It's stripping the resources away, leaving us to struggle, and that shit's still going on to this day. Yeah.
That's it. This wasn't in my interview question list, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. What do you think we should do as a community to move forward?
As a community, we just continue to collaborate. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people doing so much dope shit in the city of Cleveland, but we don't all know each other. We were just talking about that when I came in here. Like, how haven't I seen MJ in 2 years? And, Cleveland's so small. So just continue to collaborate and just continue to, help one another and provide resources to one another. There's so many farms in the city of Cleveland. When we're talking about food deserts, we got black farms that's growing food that we could actually get these, fruits and vegetables from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, I got a partnership.
I'm trying to get that list for y'all.
Yeah, definitely. I got a partnership with Ridolph Farm. That's the biggest black-owned farm in the city of Cleveland at like 14 acres. It's dope. They just opened up something called the POD, a prolific oxygen dome, which I'm a part of as well. So
that's
a
awesome.
lot of shit going on.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out. So what's next for you, Mr. Walter?
What's next for me? So even with like ghetto therapy and shit like that, like I had a short-term goal in my first 3 years, this year 3, that I was going to get in 3 different wards. The 3 wards that's affected the most by redlining. And the 3 wards I got into is Ward 5, that's my ward, Ward 6, and Ward 7. So at Cleveland Clinic, that's Ward 6. At Burton Bell and Carr, that's Ward 5. And Environmental Health Watch, my other space is Ward 7. So I got into all 3 of those wards and provided therapy services for over 1,300 residents in the city of Cleveland the last 2 years. So they connected to free licensed therapists and they got free services. So that was like my 3-year goal. My 5-year goal is to get that brick and mortar to where I got my own space and I ain't no longer, traveling to different spaces. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having my own location, having my own space. So that's my next goal in the next 2 years. And I'm also working on a ghetto therapy book. So I'm gonna have a whole book and a documentary gonna be done in November. So I'm gonna be able to tour with a book and a documentary and just talk to the motherfuckers across the world, like how I created the first ever open to the public free therapy service.
That's gonna be raw.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hot.
Lit.
That's gonna be hot. Okay, so are you single? Are you dating? like the ladies may want to know.
So yeah, I'm definitely dating. I'm always dating. I've been dating for the last 3 years. That's a difficult question because shit be on and off, man. Like my purpose comes before any relationship. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it'd be hard on a woman. Like I be wanting to date and be with him. Like I said, I've been dating this young lady for the last 3 years, on and off. And I be wanting to be with her, but it's like my purpose be coming in first. And a lot of the time she don't be want to deal with that shit, but she been dealing with it. But that purpose, you know what I'm saying? That's what's always gonna come first. I'm gonna always service.
Well, everything gonna work out for the good.
I ain't stressing.
Another question. If you had to pick one cocktail, drink one cocktail for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Cocktail meaning it has to be liquor.
Yes. Liquor. Mr. NAACP award winner.
I ain't drunk liquor since 2019. I drink Merlot. I drink wine, so I do drink Merlot.
Okay, that's not a cocktail though.
I know, but I'm gonna pick one for you. I would say before I stopped drinking, I was drinking Bacardi Limon.
Oh shit!
I was drinking Bacardi Limon, and that shit shot my sugar through the roof and made me a type 2 diabetic. Right?
Cause that shit ain't liquor for real. That's
So that's the one thing I'm iffy about drinking that liquor.
I feel you. All right. Mine's will probably be. I've been on lemon drops for real. But I'm gonna stick to my tequila sunrise. And wine, of course.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's all I have for you.
That's all you got.
Yeah, I think that's all I got.
Okay. You got a freestyle. No, you just got to
Until
talk.
next time. But I'm gonna definitely pick your brain still.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm here.
So with the ghetto therapy, like you said, you do things like with chakras and massage therapy and things like that. So what really goes on behind the scenes of ghetto therapy? Like, how do you bring it all together?
Yeah, so it is me solely responsible for finding therapists. I found 5 therapists. We're really 6 now. It's me solely responsible for finding the caterers that cater ghetto therapy. It's me that's solely responsible for finding the spaces like Cleveland Clinic, Environmental Health Watch, and Burton Bell and Carr. So it's a lot of work that I put into it, but I've been doing this shit for the last 10 years straight. It's relationships I built. So relationships to me is worth more than any amount of money you can ever get. Because, if you have relationships, you can go broke and get it back because you got relationships with people who got it. But if you don't have them relationships, you go broke. Ain't nobody fucking with you because you broke all your relationships. So I've built ghetto therapy based off the relationships I had in the last 10 years and me being an artist, going to Central State, Case Western Reserve, Akron U, Foreman. All these people now that used to fuck with me doing rap and poetry now come to ghetto therapy and they tell somebody and somebody else tells somebody, and that's how ghetto therapy was built based off of you being an artist. So I just put all the artistry into one space, and that's what you got with ghetto therapy.
Okay, that's what's up. So out of all your content that you made, like Pretty Girl, Ugly Soul, and all your other content that you have made, which one is your favorite?
My favorite is, I probably would say it's this one called In My Feelings. In My Feelings is like a 13-minute, like a short film, but it's a song, and it's my ex is in there. I was dating this young lady at the time, and she was a singer. So I wrote the hook for her. Like I was writing R&B songs and shit. She's singing on there. She did a great job, but it's about me creeping with her best friend, right?
Oh!
But this is the
Niggas
thing.
ain't shit but hoes and chicks.
But look, no, I like that though because when you watch it, you gonna think that and you gonna be like, this nigga water ain't shit, right? So I'm in a jewelry store, right? I'm in a jewelry store with her friend. I'm in a bar with her friend. Her cousin catches me in a bar with her friend, and I try to slide out the back door.
My boy got caught up.
And she came, but the girl was gone. But the whole time, all I was doing was getting her best friend to show me how to get a wedding ring. And we was planning, and we was planning me proposing to her. So at the end of the video, like the whole video, you think I'm cheating and I'm on some bullshit. But at the end of the video, her best friend, who I was supposed to be cheating with, doing her hair. And I knock on the door, and her best friend like answer it. So she gonna answer it, And then I'm right there looking sad and pitiful. And she like, what? Nigga, I done caught you cheating. I'm da-da-da-da. And I'm just broke down on one knee and I told her like, you know, I want to marry her. And then her best friend was like, yeah, that was me like the whole time. Like we was plotting this shit for you. And she started crying. So that's probably my favorite.
That's hard.
That's probably my
Ain't no
favorite.
nigga ever gonna do that shit. These niggas don't know how to do no shit like that.
That probably
These
was
niggas
my
don't know how to do
favorite.
no shit like that.
But you know, that was me growing, you know what I'm saying? Like when we talked about trauma earlier, I'm from a real traumatic background. Like growing up in the projects, I've seen a lot of shit, been through a lot of shit, like everybody else have, right? But you know, being in these projects, a lot of shit end bad. So what I found out was that majority of my videos and my documentaries, I got 40 videos and like 6 documentaries, all of them was ending bad based off of, you know, how I was growing up. And I used to watch these videos like, damn, every video I got end bad. And that was a part of my growth, having that one end good. So like that's probably my favorite because it showed growth.
That's good. That's good. That's cool.
And my
That's cool.
feelings on YouTube, Walt Patton.
Y'all check Walter out. Okay. Y'all check him out. Because he's awesome. He is an awesome man. So what do you like to do for fun? When you're not being Superman of Cleveland,
Oh man.
what do Clark Kent do?
That's a good question because recently I've been needing to ask that a lot. I don't do a lot of stuff for fun, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
My fun is ghetto therapy. Like that's where I go get my healing there. I talk to therapists there. And I need to get out of that stage, you know what I'm saying? I need to enjoy my fruits of labor, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like accumulating so much, you know, revenue through the shit that I've been doing and just not really celebrating it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, people tell me all the time it's self-care and, you know, travel and go out of town. And it's like, it's kind of tough for me to self-care because it's like, it's not an overnight thing, the shit that I go through. This shit is generations and generations of trauma that was put on me from my great-grandmother to my grandmother to my mother. Like, shit happened to my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? She lost kids in the fire. Her kid,
Wow.
she lost twins in the fire. Then my grandmother, you know, she was a crackhead, smoking crack, like a lot of people in the 80s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fell victim to crack, so I never blame them for that. And my mom, you know, she did her shit, went to the federal prison and all of that. And all that was left on my shoulders. So it's like when you tell me to self-care and shit, it's like I'm dealing with that, all that pressure and all that shit. So it's like, it's not easy for me to, you know, do shit for myself on a day-to-day. But I promise you though, I'm getting there. I'm getting there because I'm almost where I need to be. So I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna travel the world with my kids.
I don't know if y'all can hear that wind, y'all, but Cleveland wind is crazy.
Man.
Only the strong survive out here. For real. No pun intended. So what is self-care to you? What do you do for self-care? I understand. I heard you say people tell you to go travel and do things like that, but what do you think? Like when you get home from work, you tired
Yeah, I'm tired.
and you just want to chill and relax. What is your definition of self-care?
So my definition of self-care, when I get home from work and I'm relaxing, I probably have a glass of wine. I watch some documentaries, do some research. It still work though, right? But lately I've been back working out. I've been back exercising, like doing calisthenics, shit like that. So I would definitely
What's
calisthenics.
Yeah.
It's like pull-ups, push-ups, dips. It's like
Oh, regular exercise.
yeah,
See, look, it's a
we
smart
do
ass
She talking about man.
That's what we used to call it in school.
Calisthenics, hand in the joint,
Gym class.
calisthenics. I learned that in jail. We was talking calisthenics. So,
Okay.
so that's what I
Okay.
need to do. Chilling,
So you just do
working
some.
out, sipping some wine, doing some research, applying that shit to the work.
Okay. Yeah, you need to figure out what self-care is to you because you probably tense for real.
I am very tense.
See, you need to get it together. Get it together.
Yeah.
You need to run you some bath water. Go get your nails done or something.
Look, you see her bit these joints off, man. I ain't got no. She talk about nails. I done bit every nail off. I'm nervous. Nervous. When I be on panel discussions with Metro and Cleveland Clinic, it be all RNs and doctors up there. I was on a panel discussion last week with Metro at Tri-C. And all these doctors, I'm on this big ass screen. They got all these doctors with RNs and degrees under their name. And under my name ain't saying shit.
Hood nigga.
And I'm
Real
like,
nigga.
and I'm
They try
like,
to put real nigga under
you
there.
feel me? Because I was like, damn, that made me to go. And the reason why I said that is because you got all these titles and everything up under these names. But here they are asking me for advice. Because the whole panel discussion was a new approach to mental health in the Black community.
Yeah.
And they looked at ghetto therapy as that new approach. But you got all these doctors up here saying that they couldn't figure it out, so they had to come holler at me. So all these titles up there, they went to school, all this shit, and I'm just from the projects, and my lived experience meant more than anything, any degree in that room at that day. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I know you was like, man, it's a real nigga in this room. Y'all don't even know. Like, man, what?
I got comfortable. I started talking
Man,
shit.
what?
I started checking them. I'm like, yeah, you know what y'all need to do? Your organization need to start letting the residents lead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to let us do this shit. Because once I found out that they needed advice from me, I started talking shit.
I'm like, oh, word?
I see them degrees up there. I'm like, oh, shit.
That's why they don't want critical race theory.
Oh, man. You said critical what?
Race theory.
Critical race theory.
He probably gave them a straight up quick tutorial right there.
I did. I hopped on their ass and they respected it. They gave me a standing ovation. It's like 30 people lined up to meet me afterwards. I'm like, hey, you know, I felt
It's
good.
a celebrity in the building, y'all. What are y'all talking about?
I felt good after that. I'm like,
Like, it's a real
Talk
nigga in
about
the
shit.
building. I know that's right. I know that's right. So, what's your favorite wine?
Merlot. I drink Merlot, old vine. Merlot's, it's this old, you know, my spot I be going to out of Independence, so I ain't telling nobody the name of it, but the spot I go to, yeah, I don't need nobody creeping up on me. You know, people in the city, you know.
Yeah, right. You feel me?
No.
We don't want them new niggas
No.
over here.
No.
Uncle Ruckus
But
is
it's
crazy.
called Old Vine Merlot. I love it. It's bitter. It's not sweet. I don't really like sweet stuff. Like, drink sweet liquor. I don't like it.
For real, I'm more of a sweet, like a red wine girl, but like sweet red.
Sweet red.
And then if I want to feel a little frisky, I do a little Pinot Grigio or some Chardonnay. But other than that,
Okay.
nah, I ain't drinking no Merlot. Merlot is okay. It tastes like dirt to me.
Oh my God. Stop that for me, Chris. My shit on 5 minutes. You can stop it for me.
Oh my God.